Alicia.
Assalamu
Hi,
alaikum.
Jimmy Ann. Ooh, give us hearts. We love hearts. We love the love.
MashaAllah.
And even when Hassan and I just asked one or two additional questions, we got the answer.
Right.
And so what is happening is that we are hearing what our head and our heart wants to hear.
Right. You know, we're not taking into consideration of we meet that person who has the qualities or characteristics that we're looking for, but we're not looking for the need for that person to fulfill.
Right, and what he means by that is, okay, everyone, you know what that man, that brother looks like, and he may even be your husband, or she may be your wife.
Exactly.
And I want someone who's educated, who can cook, who's nurturing, who has strong faith, who's pretty, who's handsome, who got that beard tight, and he looks good. And you take him home, and they don't fulfill your needs. They don't communicate well. They're quick to anger. They act like they've never seen a child, including their own. Their parenting skills are like whack.
Their marital skills are bad.
Yes.
You know.
And you're wondering, but they had all the criteria that you wanted. That's because they met the basic list of attraction.
Exactly.
Because I could be attracted to a lot of things that are not good for me.
Exactly, exactly. And here we are, we're talking about that attraction. And we get caught at that level.
That low level.
That low level. You know, I don't, ooh, God, man, yeah, she got it going on. She pretty fly. She talk real
She got
sweet.
big booty.
Yeah, oh, watch out now. You know, and so, you know, and, you know, she only have one or two kids, or she don't have any kids. She doesn't have any kids. So that's the thing. But now, did I go into the act of asking, well, how many marriages have she had? She had 3 or 4. Yeah, but they really weren't her fault.
How do you know?
How do you know?
Oh, because she said so.
Exactly. Well, she's not gonna be that way with me because
it's me.
Exactly.
I am that brother.
Right.
I am that woman, and he will not be that way with me. Why? Because it's me. Well, what other person doesn't feel that way?
And I'm sure that he or she met me before. That person is saying, oh, this is me. I'm unique. I'm special.
And so did all of their other relationships. They thought that they were special. Because most of us really don't connect with someone else with the intent of breaking up.
Right.
Most.
Or thinking somebody else is special. You know, everybody think that this relationship is the only one, like as she called me, the him.
Because y'all know, if I see somebody else call their man the him, I get upset. Because this is the him. Right. Now, you may have your him, or my him, or a him.
All right, come on
but
back.
But this is the him.
Come on back. Come on back. Come on back.
I'm just a little biased.
You know. So, part of this whole thing is, let's look at how we are going into these relationships.
And listen at when we ask the questions, listen to what is being said and not what it is that you want to hear.
Definitely, definitely. Because what you want to hear, oh man, there's plenty of people out there can really tell you what you want to hear.
Right. And when you get that basic list, and that's great. Oh, she's got this, and she's got this, and she's got this, and people have said great things about him or her. But when you take them home, are they able to meet your needs?
Right. They base that base. And here's something I want everyone to think about. We all have some non-negotiables. For me, I would never deal with a sister that has an addiction. You know, she has an addiction, an ongoing addiction. She needs to be in recovery for at least 5 to 10 years. That's how I would look at it, because addiction is rough. You know, people, you don't know how addiction goes on. Well,
I'm not an addict, folks.
Yes, definitely not an addict. So, but look at it like this. if I can use that same criteria for a person who has addiction, then why I can't use that same criteria for everything else that comes with it?
Because I want someone who has abstinence from cussing me out.
Exactly.
I want someone who has abstinence from infidelity.
Right.
I want someone who has abstinence from being a raggedy parent.
Exactly.
And so, and it's so easy to say, you know, how much clean time do you have? I want someone whose clean time equates to being clean with God.
Exactly.
I am looking
having a track record.
Exactly. I am looking for someone who has not lived a life of abstinence,
Mm-hmm.
of being faithful
Mm-hmm.
to the deen, to the religion.
Mm-hmm. And that's any walks of life, because I know sometimes we have other people on our links that's non-Muslim.
Right, any faith.
Any faith.
I want someone who has, regardless of what has happened in their life, that they have maintained that connection.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm looking for abstinence from the negativity.
Exactly.
But I'm not looking for abstinence from God. I am not looking for you to be absent in our marriage.
Mm-hmm. Well, and some people would say, well, you know, you looking for a person to be perfect. No, I'm not looking for you to be perfect, but I am looking for certain things that shows a track record of trying to improve.
Right.
You know, I didn't get into this thing to go backwards. I don't need anybody trying to stagnate me. And I have to think about me in the forefront as well as the relationship. If I'm not going to be able to benefit or bring benefit to the relationship, then there's no need for either one of us to be in it. So I want to make sure that that's clear. Think about yourself. Don't be selfish, but think about self.
Right. Show some self-compassion.
Yeah.
It's really like, okay.
Love you.
Right. What you're saying and the way this person is living their life, it really will not add up and match up with where I am and what I already have in my life. And when you see something that even suggests that, fall back.
Yeah, exactly.
What we do is we say, well, I don't know, you know, maybe God willing, you know, he'll change.
Let me give him a chance. I'm going to give her a chance.
Oh, potential.
Oh, potential. Oh, God.
You know what, y'all? We don't even like potential.
Yeah. I mean,
we've heard it so much. You want someone who is potent
right.
in their own life.
Exactly.
And will bring that into the one that the two of you create together.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And so when you meet this list, make sure that this is someone who, to the best of your knowledge, can meet your needs. Because he can be fine and he can smell good.
Well, you keep saying that.
I'm thinking about you.
Okay, baby. That's what's up.
I'm thinking about you, boo.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
But can he meet your needs?
And when we say needs, I want this to be understood. When we say needs, we talking about your values.
Right. What it is that you want. I need a peaceful home. Like Hassan needs a meal every day. Like, you know, he doesn't do well without that. Me, what I need peace in the house. I can't take a lot of noise.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of loud noise, a lot of fussing and yelling. I don't do well with that.
Mm-hmm.
And some people just loud.
Right.
And what he tells me I am.
Right. Country too. Loud and country.
Whatever. But I cannot function in that type of environment consistently. I don't do well. That's a need for me.
Mm-hmm.
And this person very well may exist in that. And let's say this. Maybe they don't do it, but they grew up around it. So being in it, it's not a problem for them.
Right. And one of the things that I want everyone to really kind of look at as well is we talk about these values. Your values have to be communicated. You know, just like your expectations, oh, I want her to be able to cook, or I want her to be able to take care of herself, you know, keep her hair combed, or doing this and doing this. I want him to be able to work every day. And okay, communicate your values as well. Maybe more so your values than just your expectations.
Right. More, we talk about what we talk about and what we communicate is, this is what I want you to do.
Mm-hmm.
But the reason why I need that peacefulness in my house is because, one, yes, I like it, but two, I can't function well, because without it, that means that we're bickering consistently.
And everything's in chaos. You know, the kids in chaos, we in chaos, everybody walking on eggshells. You know?
And I can't do it.
Exactly.
So because I can't, I say I value peacefulness, because what the opposite of that means for me means some things that will not allow me and my children and even my husband to perform and be at our best.
Right.
And even if they can't, just know this, neither can.
Right.
And this is what that will be about. I don't do well in that. You don't do well in that. So when you see it, or you even think it can come up, peace.
Right.
You got to be out. Now the problem is that we're usually at this point very already we're attached. But
Right.
I like him.
Right. I got this emotional attachment that I'm so deep involved that, you know, it's almost like she becomes an addiction for me, and maybe I her, and it's this codependency thing going on at this point that we just really enabling each other's weaknesses.
Right. His idea of what I say I'm going to turn into, and the same for me. And we are getting married based on this false premise, these false promises, these false perceptions that really we don't even know if they can exist. And even if they do, because they can, there's so much to be done in order to make it happen.
Right. So here's what I would ask anyone. Have you asked these questions before? And even if you're in a relationship right now, your relationship might be going through some problems or some turmoil or some issues. Have you asked these type of questions? What is your need? What is the need that you need me to fulfill?
Right. What do you need to function in a household and in a marriage with another person every day to be healthy?
To be healthy.
And that is what you're going to be looking for. That list of education and the faith and the beard and the pretty, or not having more than 2 kids, or not having any children. You know what? You can get all of that, and you'll have beauty hell in your house.
You know, he's slapping you all around on every wall, or you know, she's cussing you out all over the house. You know what I mean, and throwing stuff at you.
But you got your list.
But you got your list. You know, so what is it about the need? What is the need that I need to fulfill? And this is something that we go through. As a matter of fact, we even went through this today. You know, I said to her, hey, this is something that I need from you.
And I let him know, hold up, bro. You are really asking me to step. I have some weaknesses.
Exactly.
You are asking me to step outside of a weakness that I have, to give you what it is that you need. And he said, so you saying you won't do it? And I said, I will try.
Exactly.
So the good thing about this is that it calls us to be good. It calls our marriage to be better. It calls me to try to get rid of my weakness, and just for us to even improve our own communication.
Right, because